Take a look at this.
This recipe looks real tasty.
Scout ship setting.
Food's ready. It's nothing special.
Always ready to fight. But I'm this close. I won't miss. Form zero. One down. Well then, let's move on. Don't get overconfident.
Your style is really unique.
Just wait until I pull out the good stuff.
Time to dish out spankings. Hey, is everyone all right? Let's get started. Well, that about does it. Don't get careless. You broke me! Here
I'll cut down anyone in my way!
Huh? This stone. It's
just a rock. Take it if you want.
I think it's really rare. The way it sparkles. I think it might even be bright steel.
Bright steel? Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's actually a rare metal used to forge weapons and stuff. You don't find it just anywhere.
If there's bright steel here, that means we must be in either Endgand or Islegand. Both are a long ways off from Midgand. I doubt the Abbey has many people stationed out here.
That's our pirate! Arr! Here there be treasures shiny and sentries few!
At the very least, this could mean we'll be left alone for a while. Nice find, Laphicet.
Thanks.
Now wash your hands.
Okay.
The only way to learn where we are is to find someone to ask, I guess. What's eating you, Laphicet?
If people say you can't judge women at face value, does that mean you can with men?
Sure. Men are simple creatures.
Men are simple.
Oh, you talk like you're an expert in all things masculine. But you can only speak for your own family.
As if you're one to judge.
And I'm sure you've charmed a magnificent lord to be your lover.
Sure.
What does he look like? Is he tall?
None of your business.
Don't tell me. He was always on the other side of a swinging door, so you only saw his feet? I see. What a lovely crush that must be.
I read that story. It was a book called The Legs of a Man.
Oh? I've never heard of it.
I've read it too. It's a sad, bittersweet tale, but I enjoyed it quite a lot. I highly recommend it if you haven't read it.
Maybe when I have some free time after killing Artorias.
I just wanted to know if men could be judged at face value.
Everyone ready to play?
Just how does this sword work?
Don't touch it. You'll hurt yourself.
In other words, the rest of her is fair game.
Not unless you really want to get hurt.
It's not often you find bright steel above ground. I hear it's a lot of trouble to unearth, even in the regions it's normally found.
Yeah. Mining for minerals takes a lot of specialized techniques and experience on the part of the prospector. They examine the soil, the water, the plants, and so on, where the same mineral was found before, then search similar environments for the next big find.
Sure, but it's not like they succeed every time. It's all a big gamble. Isn't there a simpler way?
I read in a book once that you can use a pendulum to find water and metals underground.
It's called dowsing.
What's dowsing?
You hang the pendulum so it's facing the ground. Then you chant the magic word, Magic Kazam, and wait to be amazed. The little bit of ore on its tip will sniff out buried treasure in underground lakes like a bloodhound on a prickle bore.
You don't seriously believe this.
It's just like fortune telling. You win some, you lose some. That's why they call it prospecting.
So, if pendulums are used for fortune telling, why the hell is Zavid running around using them as weapons?
He uses wind to control its trajectory. I think it's easier for him to manipulate pendulums in a fight than something like a whip or a rope.
Oh, that makes sense now. That seems pretty clever.
He's probably also doing it to make himself stronger, too. Malachim broadly fall into 4 elemental types: earth, water, wind, and fire, each strong or weak against the others. Wind beats earth. Zavid is a wind Malach, so when he obtains earth element minerals, his own strength is boosted.
I never realized Malachim could be so calculating.
Then if pendulums react to a Moloch's powers, maybe they can actually do this dowsing stuff like Magilu says.
Yeah, it's worth taking that thing seriously. Zavid might like to joke around, but when it comes to fighting, he knows full well just what he's doing.
He puts an awful lot of thought into that weapon of his, if you ask me.
You don't?
I spare all my thoughts for my sweetheart.
Yeah, right. You just like to cause trouble without putting much thought into anything.
Don't get overconfident. Hold up!
We're finished here. Let's go.
Let's do our best!
Come on, really? You there. Got a moment?
Gah! Are you guys with the sword breaker?
The what?
Get away from me! I'm sorry, all right?
Real class act, attacking as you apologize.
I'll finish this! What? My sword! Please, mighty demon, I beg you! I'll do anything, just spare me!
I only wanted to ask you something.
You don't have to worry. This woman here is an exorcist.
Huh? Right. I'm Eleanor, a praetor exorcist.
Please, remain calm and hear our questions.
You do look like an exorcist, but what are you doing with ruffians like these?
Top secret Abbey business. That's all I can say. Now, can you tell us where we are? And are there any ports nearby?
You don't know? You're on Cadnick's Island in Islegand. The port is at the other end of that ravine.
I'll send a Sylph-J to the Von Eltia.
Thanks.
One more question. Who's this Swordbreaker?
He's a demon. Causes lots of trouble around these parts. He only attacks sword fighters, and he breaks their blades. He's even taken down a number of praetors.
Hence the name Swordbreaker.
He wields a fine sword, clearly forged in a foreign land. I tried to find his lair to steal the weapon for myself, but that's when I was attacked.
A foreign sword.
I'd be careful if I were you. If he spots that sword on your back, you'll be in a world of trouble.
Sounds like a real nasty fellow.
Well, he tries to pull anything on this demon, and he's in for one munchy crunchy surprise.
You folks are all crazy.
Either way, I'd say this is a blessing in disguise for you. You're lucky to still be alive. Take this chance to abandon your life of crime.
Let...
Can you read any of this old writing?
No. I've studied many languages, but I've never seen script like this before. Can you read it, Eleanor?
I've never come across this language either. Where did you find a rare tome like this?
Well...
It was a lucky find at the capital. What can I say? The kid loves to read.
I was surprised to see how many Malakim like to read. Bienfu does a lot of reading too.
I didn't know that.
It's true. I'm not sure what he's been reading though.
Did someone call for me? Bienfu, do you like to read too? Oh, yes. Books are a treasure trove of knowledge. But I'm a greater Malakim, so the literature I enjoy might be a bit above your level, Laphicet. How to talk a human female into becoming your vessel. And physically escalating with cuties. Bien? Physically escalating. What does that mean?
You really don't need to know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm confiscating all of these.
And I have some questions. Bienfu, you better be ready for a thorough interrogation.
Bien! You look like you're having fun, Rokuro.
Well, I'm a Yaksha.
A Yaksha. A spirit of war.
Yeah, a demon that lives for combat.
But this Swordbreaker has cut down exorcists with its foreign blade. Aren't you scared?
Of dying, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of dying. It's more that I'm afraid of not being alive.
Huh?
Fighting is my life. It's all I want to do. So I fight. That's what living means to me.
Living only to kill. A demon is always going to be a demon.
Well, if you're gonna be blunt.
Here I come!
Yes, I'm
be ready.
Killing flash! But I'm this close. I won't miss! Form zero!
Victory is ours. A foe worth killing. It was a close one, but I am the victor.
I knew this would be big. Scout ship setting sail.
Everyone ready to play?
Victory is ours. Don't get overconfident.
Leave this to me! Take it! I'll help you! Crimson Service?
What's wrong?
An enemy.
That sword. Is that Stormquell?
A demon wielding a foreign-made sword. You must be the sword breaker.
Not much for conversation, are you?
Silence, they say, is only commendable in an upstart ride and a maid not bendable.
He's still moving.
I'll take this one. Come and get me!
Good challenge!
Look out!
Don't interfere!
What do you think you're doing?
Touch him and I'll kill you.
Sorry. I just got a little riled up.
Do you know that demon?
No, but I know his sword. A blade called Stormquell.
Stormquell.
Whatever. It doesn't have anything to do with us. Let's just get to the portal already.
I can fight too! Leave this to me!
Killing flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss! Form zero!
Hey, is everyone all right? I won't run away!
We're finished here. Let's go.
Laffy said, I'm sorry about what happened back there.
I thought he was going to kill you.
Yeah, I know. You were just doing what you thought was right.
Yeah, maybe so.
That's good then. I didn't give you a clear enough warning to stay out of it. If it ever happens again, I'll give you a proper warning.
You really don't want me to help you? Even if your life is at risk?
Yup.
Why?
Actually, I'm not too sure myself.
Huh?
There's somebody out there I need to defeat by my own hand. I want to strike him down. I want to triumph against him. But to do that, I need to be a better swordsman.
Someone you have to defeat.
In a sword fight, yeah. And I'll do anything to ensure I come out on top in the end. No matter how much it costs me. Life, limb, hell, even my heart and soul, I'll pay it. Those feelings have been so central to me for so long. I lost my dang humanity somewhere along the way.
Why do you need to win that badly?
To be honest, beats me. Maybe it has to do with me being a demon. Or maybe that's why I became one. Either way, it's more important to me than life itself.
More important than life.
But still, I owe you for saving me back there. There's no victory pose in store for me if I'm dead.
Okay. Is that how you thank someone for saving your life?
Huh? I'm just being honest with the little guy. And no offense and all, but why do you care?
You don't even think it disrespectful? You truly are a demon.
Yep, big old demon.
Don't get overconfident.
Come on, really?
Come
fight!
You really do have a peculiar air about you.
Yeah, I don't think you're one to talk.
I'll end this quickly.
One, two!
I was amazing, wasn't I? Everyone ready to play? What's this? Are we done already?
Don't waste my time.
Well, that about does it. That name sounds so familiar.
Hey, Eleanor? Thanks for stepping in earlier.
Think nothing of it. My orders are to protect you, so I did.
Oh, I see.
Of course, orders or no orders, I'd save anyone under threat from a demon.
Well, how noble.
Oh, I got it!
Got what?
The tragic tale of the sword Stormquell. Gather round and listen, oh grimy travelers. Once, centuries past, there was a sword renowned the world over for its peerlessly sharp edge, its forger shrouded in mystery. So mighty was each swing of the sword, it produced howling winds that could level mountains. No other sword could match its power. The people, in their superstition, began to call it the Godblade.
This Godblade, is it Stormquell?
Shush! The tale is merely beginning. Now, there was one man who was truly enamored with the Godblade. His name was Kurogane, a blacksmith of wondrous talent. His heart was set on forging an even greater sword, and he had a name in mind for this sword. Stormquell, the sword to conquer the Godblade's roaring winds.
And did he make it?
Kurogane forged scores of challengers to the Godblade, but each would-be Stormquell was shattered by the implacable howling wind. Some say the wielder of the Godblade chopped off his head. Others say he took his own life. The truth is lost to the dusty cobwebs of history. But perhaps he and his grudge towards the Godblade somehow yet live.
A grudge that spans centuries.
You hear tall tales like this all the time. That sword and its inscription we saw were probably just inspired by the legend.
Perhaps. But if that's the real Stormquell, we should all sleep with one eye open tonight.
What makes you say that?
Because that Godblade Kurogane wanted so desperately to top has been passed down through my family for generations. Its name is Stormhowl.
In other words, we could well bump into your armored friend again. Let's hurry it up.
Time to dish out spanking!
Stop fooling around.
But I'm serious about my fooling around.
Take a look at this.
Great. Let's do this one Rangetsu style, guys.
Scout ship setting sail.
You better be ready.
Destruction!
dish out spanking.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
Listen, Laphicet.
What is it?
You can't trust her just because she said she'd protect you, orders or no orders. Remember, Malakim are just tools to exorcists.
But she really did protect me.
I know you feel you owe her for that, but do you have to look so happy about it?
Sorry.
I'm not asking for an apology. I just want her to know that we've all got an eye on her. No matter how close you two get, I want her to understand that I come first.
So, what do you want me to do?
Let's see. To put it simply, I'm number 1, and Eleanor is number 2. Got it?
I get it. You're number 1, and Eleanor is number 2.
Right. I'm number 1. Wait, this is kind of stupid, isn't it?
It's alright. I understand.
That's not what I mean.
Time to dish out spanking.
Killing flash! But I'm this I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder! Is that all you got?
You won't get any pity or compassion from me. You better be ready.
I was amazing, wasn't I?
A candle? What's that doing here?
Oh, I think these were used to keep robbers away, like wards around old kings' tombs. I've read about this. There's a trick to the stone. It reacts to heat.
Heat, huh? Then there's only one thing to do.
feast on my blood.
No mercy! Won't that I hope I did a good job.
Well, if you aren't the craziest demon, your body's harder than your own sword.
Who's this?
That's Lord Shigure, one of the only two-legged exorcists in the entire abbey.
A legate. Same as Melchior.
Eleanor, fancy meeting you here. What the hell happened to you? You get captured by a demon? Or are you a turncoat?
I'm...
Don't matter. I do my own thing. I got no standing to tell you how to live. Still, today's my lucky day. Never thought I'd encounter the one and only Stormquell.
Shigure, I think someone over there wants your attention. He looks lonely.
You're right, I'm being a jerk. Just can't pass up the chance to tease my little brother. Can I, Rokuro?
Your brother?
You haven't changed a bit, Shigure.
You go blind, dumbass? I'm bucket load stronger now. You're the one who hasn't changed, I bet. You still hung up on trying to take me down?
The one you want to beat in a fight? That's him?
I'm not who I was that day either, brother.
Oh, wait. You're a demon? Ha! Now it's getting good. But I wonder, has that really changed anything? When my real storm howl breaks your sad reject again, you gonna piss yourself like last time?
I'll handle him. Rafi said, no matter what, I need you to stay out of it.
All right.
It's been too long since we crossed swords, brother.
Shut up! You're dead! I'll make you regret sparing my life last time! For one! For three! See this?
Hey, you're not too shabby.
Caught you! Shooting star! 6! Now it's
Thirsty as a demon. I like it. But alas, I think our fight's over.
Rokuro! What? My body!
I said stay out of this! We're just getting started here!
No backing down for you this time, huh? But we're done for today.
Shigure!
Oh, calm down, Rokuro. We could have a real fight sometime if you actually brought a decent sword. Go ask that old bastard there to make you one. I'll be waiting.
Who?
That demon in the armor, Kuragane.
The blacksmith from the story.
I'll be waiting for you at Port Cadnix. Unless you can beat me, you ain't getting off this island.
Who are you to decide that?
You got a problem with it, lady? Best of luck, you demons. You'll need it.
Lord Shigure, sir! I'm on a high-level mission.
Eleanor, babe, I get it. You've gone rogue. Have fun with that. I see you again. I'll kill you.
He wasn't even trying yet. You can tell.
But if we all fight him together...
That won't work. But there is another way.
What are you talking about? What way?
Follow me.
Rokuro! Velvet, aren't we going after him?
This is his fight. It has nothing to do with me.
But Shigure said he'd be waiting at the port. He may be a nutball, but I don't think he's fool enough to let us slip past.
Exactly. And as a swordsman, he's even more skilled than Artorias, and that's saying something.
We're mice with our tails pinned, and the cat's licking his lips.
At the very least, Kurogane seems to have some kind of plan.
Fine. We'll hear what he has to say. What was that fat cat creature with Shigure?
You mean Morgrim? She's a Moloch. She just looks different.
And?
And what? She has all the abilities of a Moloch. I'm not trying to keep anything from you. All I know is her name and that she's a Moloch.
Huh.
Lord Shigure is an exorcist legate, but he's also a warrior who can match exorcists or demons even without the use of Moloch arts. Since no one has ever seen Shigure use an art, Morgrim is considered one of the 7 wonders of the Abbey.
The 7 wonders of the Abbey.
No one knows Morgrim's capabilities, or even the details of Shigure's pact with her.
No one! Except me, that is!
Huh?
This is all highly classified, but Morgrim is incredibly lazy. The price she demanded of Shigure for making a pact with her was grooming and defleeing.
Anything else?
Oh, and on a point of sensitivity, she's chubby, not fat. She may be our enemy, but she's also a woman. You should try not to hurt each other's feelings.
Anything else?
Her thick eyebrows are all the rage with Malakim, so much so that false eyebrows are expected to be the next big thing.
Well, if he's that strong without Moloch arts, I don't want to see what he's like with them.
Take a look at this. Scout ship setting sail.
Nice! And this?
It's disturbingly happy?
Boogaloo, you're making it kind of obvious.
What were you thinking, Eleanor? Attacking a legate like that?
I just thought Rokuro was going to die if I didn't intervene.
Oh? You'd kill one of your own allies for a demon?
I acted without thinking. Sometimes I'm too soft-hearted to a fault.
I'd say it's less that, and more just stupidity. You're supposed to be protecting Laphicet. Don't get yourself into trouble you don't need.
Even if one of her own is in danger?
Even then.
This kid must be really important to her. All right, I understand.
Laphicet, next time she acts up, stop her. Understand? We don't know what she's got up her sleeve.
Okay. Thanks for not telling on me, Eleanor. And I'm sorry I hijacked your body.
I understand how it feels to want to protect your friends. The problem's with those demons, not you.
But I think Velvet has the capacity to feel the same way too. At least when it comes to her brother.
Is that why you're staying with her?
I'm not sure. It's hard to say.
I have to figure out what's going on with this group, if I ever hope to wrest the child from them.
Everyone ready to play?
Did you see that? I beat it!
Don't waste my time. I'll cut down anyone in my way!
Don't get careless! Well, that about does
You better be ready.
Not bad.
You too.
Whoa! Look at all those swords!
That's what happens when the legendary blacksmith Kurogane toils so hard he forgets to die.
I gave up everything, thinking of nothing else but forging a sword that could surpass Stormhowl. And before I knew it,
You had traded your humanity for demonhood.
I see I'm not the only one. So great was your grudge against your brother, the inheritor of Stormhowl.
Well, guess we're not so different. You don't suppose you could hammer me up a new sword, do you?
I've forged countless blades over these long years, yet not one has proven a match for Stormhowl. And yet you still seek a Kurogane sword?
I'll put it like this. No matter how much you've failed across the centuries, you've never broken. Well, I'm the same way. If anything can break Shigure and his god blade, it's the bitterness I carry.
Strangely enough, seeing you and your brother has given me an idea that might work. I will forge you a new blade.
Should we get some Brightstone?
Nope. No need for that.
Huh?
Should I take it from the top?
If you would, my arms are all I'll be needing.
What are you doing?
Don't be alarmed. I'm just cutting free some raw materials for the sword.
You see something new every day.
You need his head to make the sword?
That's right. With this fine clump of pure resentment, I shall forge your imitation Stormhowl anew.
No. I only keep this imitation as a reminder of how weak-willed I was in the past. To defeat Shigure, I've perfected the art of dual wielding, a secret Rangetsu technique.
All right. If that's what you prefer, a pair of short swords it is.
Whoa!
We'll wait outside. The ship is on its way, right on schedule.
Of course it is. They don't have the Reaper on board.
One more thing. Apparently, Shigure is Artorius' bodyguard.
So we'll have to face him down sometime, no matter what.
It's in our best interest to get rid of him while he's working alone. The problem is, Rokuro can't beat him by himself.
Agreed. Shigure is not to be trifled with.
Certainly. That's why, when Rokuro creates an opening, we're going to take Shigure out.
You want us to meddle in somebody else's private quarrel?
If it affects my own quarrel, yes.
I suppose I'm in the same position. Besides, I can still use him. There's no sense in throwing his life away.
Rokuro's not really a guy to care about the big picture. He might try to hack your limbs off a bit, but he'll get over it.
I made Bienfu rush out to the docks to scout the place out. Pretty smart, am I right?
I pity that creature sometimes.
That Kurogane, though, what a character! Giving his own body to forge a sword, like some kind of ritual sacrifice.
Ritual sacrifice. It's certainly something only a demon would do. It was a necessary sacrifice in order to gain power.
A necessary sacrifice. What a vicious turn of phrase.
Indeed.
Still, I can't say I'm not thrilled to see how it all turns out. If what you give is mere meat for a god's morbid lunch, could there be a more trivial sacrifice? But if the offering is one's own body and soul, even a single hair can be portentous. I wonder which he will have been in the end.
Rokuro, Kurogane, I just do not understand them.
You saw them. Demons. We're crazy.
Sure, but they go through life with such crystal clear sense of purpose.
Even demons have things they're not willing to let go. Or do you think us mere animals, running around killing people left and right?
I know. I understand demons still have a certain consciousness, but I look at those two and they seem passionate, like normal people.
Well, I've yet to meet a human so passionate he'd chop his own head off.
Do you have a purpose like they do?
I do, in fact. Ever since Artorius used my brother as a sacrifice.
Typical demon nonsense. The Abbey exists to protect the people. Yes, sometimes cold, painful decisions need to be made to protect the many, but they'd never stoop to human sacrifice. Besides, as shepherd, Artorius will cleanse the world of...
If that's what you think, ask the precious shepherd yourself. Ask him just what he did 3 years ago.
He wouldn't. He'd never...
Rokuro wants to slay his brother, even if it kills him. And Kurogane had his own head lopped off just to forge powerful swords. How do those two find it in themselves to go so far?
It's just how they are. They're demons. Not exactly normal.
Yeah, it's scary. But I also kinda admire it. But me, I don't have anything I'm that desperate to accomplish.
Not yet, you mean. In time, you'll find something.
You really think so?
Almost certainly. But don't feel you have to go and risk your life over it. You're not a demon, and you should stay that way. You deserve a normal life.
Okay.
But never mind. Just the foolish ramblings of a demon girl.
Bad news! A group of praetors have left the docks and are headed this way! They said they were coming to purge Eleanor the traitor!
Purge?
Velvet, what do we do?
We take them head on. And you're fighting with us, Eleanor.
An order, I presume.
It is. Protect Laphicet and defeat the exorcists.
All right. I understand.
Just remember, if we lose Eleanor, Laphicet will turn into a demon.
I haven't forgotten. But we need to pool all the resources we have. She needs us for her own ends, and we'll use that to our advantage in this fight.
Just don't push your luck too far, Velvet.
And so recently was she a noble, upstanding young exorcist. How quickly one falls when entering Velvet's dark orbit.
Ask me if I care.
Praetor Eleanor, you should be ashamed of yourself, cowering to demons.
Your collusion could spell disaster to the Abbey if left unchecked. The only possible atonement is your death. Earth come!
How could I be
You've betrayed the people and sullied Artorias' ideals.
No, that's not... Velvet, she's testing me. I know I have to fight. My mission calls for it. But any more of this will kill them.
Time for you to die and be purged!
Eleanor! I can't do it. I can't kill them.
I'm not done yet.
There. Now we're even, Eleanor.
You've got new swords!
Sinister. I like it.
I take it you're ready.
Yeah. All that's left is to kill Shigure.
With me as a witness?
Keep on fighting like that, and you'll be killed. And if you get killed, Laphicet will lose his vessel.
I know that.
Velvet, wait.
You're not going to kill them?
I'm just not that hungry right now. I've got new orders for you. Fight the exorcists, but make sure they don't die.
Understood.
I guess that was as far as Eleanor could go.
I think so. Push her any further and she's bound to break.
Ever the virtuous exorcist.
That very virtue is what lets her be Laphicet's vessel. Besides, I can't help but admire her commitment. She's enduring total disgrace to accomplish her mission.
How uncommonly pleasant of you.
Pleasant folks don't use people the way we do.
Yeah, you've got that right.
Yeah, my time to shine.
Hey, Bienfu? I was wondering if I could talk to you about something that's on my mind. I figured it was just about the time that you and I had the talk, actually. I've seen it all, heard it all, and even tasted it all in my time as a Moloch. Ask me anything you want. Thanks. I was hoping you could let me borrow those books you were reading earlier, if that's okay. You mean how to talk a human female into becoming your vessel, and how to get the cuties? Hey! Keep it down! Keep it down! But you and Madame Eleanor have already formed a pact. Why do you still need either of those books? Well, it's like when we're alone together, things get so awkward. It's hard to talk with her, you know? That happens a lot with Malachiman vessels who are still new to the whole thing. I've been there. In that case, I've got an even better book for you. Whoa, you read a lot of books. I'm just an avid learner is all. Now let's see. Oh, here we go. Hot Spring Topics, Bearing Your Body and Your Soul. Being upfront and honest is always the best policy. I don't think we'll be bathing in any hot springs together. Do you have anything else? All right, then how about after bath party games, dropping your defenses and your towels? Why do you keep trying to get us naked? I think that would just make things even more awkward. Picky. Tell you what, you can just look at my collection and pick whatever sounds good. Love hacking, living long and loving hard, Diary of a Diary Thief, Hands Speak Louder Than Words. All classics. I remember reading them when Miss Magilu and I were struggling to get along. Oh, to be young again.
You ever think maybe things would have been easier if you never read these books?
Reading the mood. Knowing what to say and how to say it. That one's a winner. A must-read for sure.
Are you two reading something together?
We are. Laphicet's been worried about that awkward distance between you two, and he came to me for some advice. I've heard his side of the story, so let's you and I grab some tea and talk about what to do about it. Come on, let's go.
Oh, okay. Knowing what to say and how to say it. I don't think this will help either.
Take a look at this. Scout ship setting sail. Don't get overconfident.
Don't get careless! Yes, I know. I'm it.
Hey, Rogoro. Why did he call your storm howl a reject?
Well, you see, when blacksmiths make swords, they don't just make one at a time. They make a whole bunch. The best one of them all is the one that gets presented to the sword's commissioner, while the rest are tossed aside.
Huh. I didn't realize the standards were so high.
The head of my clan gets the real storm howl, and his siblings get the remainders.
So one is real, and the others are imitations?
I guess so. Shigure has the real one, and yeah, guess that makes mine an imitation.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply...
Don't apologize. You got me to finally realize something. It might just be why I'm so hung up on beating him.
And to Velvet, which Luffy said is real, and which is the imitation?
What are you saying?
She means my name. It's the same as Velvet's brothers.
The one who went and got sacrificed by Artorias.
Surely you are mistaken. Our shepherd would never do such a thing.
But what else could make Velvet hate Artorias so much?
I don't...
So you have a truth, and Velvet has a truth. Now which is the real one, and which is the imitation?
You and Shigure both use the Rangetsu style. But to me it looked like you both fight completely differently. Why is that?
Our school encompasses two distinct forms. To the outside world, we're known for fighting with a single greatsword. But we also study dual short swords should need arise.
So, Shigure uses the greatsword, and you use the short.
In most schools, wouldn't the secondary technique be used primarily in support of the first?
That's true for us as well. We learn the dual short swords to provide sparring partners for those studying the greatsword.
Then why would you handicap yourself against Lord Shigure? He's no mere swordsman.
As I'm painfully aware, Shigure is a true master. We trained together since we were small children. I was his sparring partner for 10 years. His skill with the greatsword is godlike. So, in order to beat him, I took up the short blades. To our school, it might be secondary, but it's what I know best.
You're badly disadvantaged in reach.
If I eliminate my fear, I have a chance. If I can control the terror of being split in half and I can step inside his guard, he'll have 2 times the trouble.
Eliminating fear, huh? A style for someone who's lost his humanity.
Right?
It's like you two brothers are the very swords you carry.
Huh?
Stormhowl, a godlike sword known to all as the strongest there ever was. Stormquell, burdened by the ceaseless struggle to best the other. One, an exorcist who walks in the light. One, a demon moving through the shadows. The only thing these two polar opposites want
Is to cut down the other.
Precisely!
Both are renowned blades. But I don't see what exorcists and demons have to do with it.
You better be ready.
You really do have a peculiar air about you.
Yeah, I don't think you're...
There they are.
Which must mean they took out every one of the exorcists who went after them.
Hey, I told them not to bother. Now how did that sword of yours turn out? Fine, I'll find out myself.
Rokuro, we can handle the exorcists. Go and find your victory.
Thanks.
All right, let's get down to business. Not bad. You better not die too quickly on me. I want this to be fun. Come on, bro. Don't hold back. Shut up. Don't play games with me. Ooh, those are some fine-looking swords you got there.
Here, Tilly! You followed me! Here's your justice! Fighting order!
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. You put up a good fight, I'll give you that. But you're a frickin' demon. Shouldn't you bring more to the table than pretty damn good Rangetsu style? You don't have what it takes to win against the rightful heir.
Don't count me out. Just yet. I've got something to show you! Take this!
Now that was clever! Giving up one of your own hands to go for my neck. If I was just a second slower, I'd be dead now. I like it. This is what I've been looking for. All right, let's call it good here. Listen up! If y'all want any hope of beating me, come find me once you're more skilled and better armed.
I'll cut you down. No matter how many times I lose. No matter how many years it takes.
There we go. That's the face I'm looking for. So vicious. It's perfect.
What is wrong with him?
Shouldn't you be worrying more about your own skin? The entire Abbey knows by now that you're a traitor.
That guy, he was really strong.
Yeah, he was. They all are.
But we will beat him if we must. No matter what it takes.
The Von Eltius here.
Let's get going.
Please, take me with you. I'll make a sword that surpasses Stormhowl yet. I know I will. But for another blade to beat Stormhowl, its wielder must be a swordsman of unmatched skill.
Hey, Eisen. Got any room on this pile of wood scrap for a suit of armor?
If not, make someone wear it.
Works for me. You heard him, Kurogane.
Many thanks.
Okay, we're off to find Grimoire and decipher the book. You know where we're going, right, kiddo?
Yeah, we're headed for the Isolde Archipelago in Southgand.
Velvet's demon hand. It's such a mysterious weapon. I can only imagine how much of a threat it will become to the Abbey. This calls for a clear-headed breakdown of everything I know about it so far. It changes shape in a flash and can devour most anything. How must that feel, to devour something with your hand like that? But it doesn't devour the bandages that cover it up. Maybe they're protected with some sort of special art? Likewise, the rest of her outfit can't be ignored. One would think she wouldn't want to wear such ragged clothing, yet she clearly has no inclination of buying something new. I suppose that could be taken to mean she has some sort of attachment to it. But that top is really big for her. Like it was made for a man. Maybe she wears that outfit in memory of someone important to her. I'd better not touch it then. I know I may not look it, but I really am good at sewing. Maybe I should suggest mending her clothes rather than outright replacing them. On the other hand, that fabric looks like it would be hard to push a needle through. I could be in over my head. But the tougher the fight, the more I get fired up. Of course, Lord Artorias would probably scold me if he heard me talking like that.
Who'd scold you for what now?
Oh, well, I was thinking about sewing. I mean, your clothes, they're all beat up, and I thought that if I offered to mend them for you, you'd probably scold me. Wouldn't you?
You'd mend my clothes? Have they been worrying you that much?
I mean, not like constantly or anything. It just crosses my mind from time to time.
Are you good at it?
Yes. I'm told I come across as awkward sometimes, but if nothing else, I'm good with my hands.
I see. All right, if I ever need it done, I'll come to you.
Good, just leave it to me.
Are you feeling all right? You're really sweating. The heat and the cold doesn't bother me at all, but you're a human, so you need to take care of yourself. And if you keep soaking in your own sweat, you'll catch a cold. Besides, I don't imagine it feels that great. You should keep washing and bathing on your own schedule, like however you did before falling in with us. Just let me know and I'll make it work. Because the guys aren't considerate enough to stop and ask you if you need to.
Sure. All right. Thanks. That was a surprisingly normal thing for her to say. I probably shouldn't bother with her clothes for now. We girls have to be considerate of each other.
Take a look at this. Scout ship setting sail.
Eisen, I thought you were supposed to be in Midgand. How did you end up here in Islegand? I thought I'd gotten used to you performing the impossible, but this time, I'm at a loss for words. We heard from the Bloodwings that the Abbey might have taken you guys out.
Not this time, but our luck won't last forever. Think of this as a dry run for when I really kick the bucket.
Aye, aye, First Mate. More importantly, are you sure it's okay to bring an exorcist aboard?
I've got my eye on her. If she does anything funny, I'll handle it.
Got it! We'll be on our guard, too.
you guys made it. Whatever happened to that sword breaker?
He's been dealt with.
What are you doing here?
After everything you said to me, I had a change of heart. I quit banditry. Thank you.
I'm glad you listened to reason. What do you plan on doing from here on out?
I'm heading to the capital. I plan on opening a restaurant for bandit cuisine.
Bandit cuisine?
Yeah, you get your hands on all sorts of food as a bandit. You gotta use what you have, and still make a tasty meal. Like a wild mushroom omelet minus the eggs. Or highwayman's stew. It's like a hunter's stew, but, you know, made by bandits.
That sounds somewhat improper, actually. But I'd still love to visit after you open.
Really? All right. I'll be an upright citizen in no time. Maybe even the kind of man you'd consider spending some time with.
I'm rooting for you.
Hey, were you actually listening to him?
Of course I was. It's wonderful he's turned over a new leaf.
Hey, you there. That's one impressive sword you got.
You know a lot about swords?
I'm a novice swordsmith. Been at it for 20 years. Now I'm finally able to make a blade worthy of the name.
20 years? And still just a novice?
It's a competitive world out there for a swordsmith, especially here on this island.
But I heard many swordsmiths have given up. There's less ore around nowadays, and swords don't work against the demons.
True, swords are useless against demons. Unless it's an exorcist that's using them. Kednick's weaponry has always been prized in Midgand. The Abbey recognized our talents, and now, business is booming. All the smiths here are grateful to the Abbey. They're keeping all of us alive and fed.
Did you need something?
No, not really.
As you say.
Why aren't you training with 2 swords?
This is how I've always trained. 10,000 practice swings a day since I was a kid. I just wanted a single good swipe at Shigure. So I swung, and eventually just naturally got to this point.
That's incredible.
Not really. I need to be prepared to face Shigure at any moment. But I've been thinking I should up it to 100,000 swings.
100,000? Do you have any idea how much time that'll take?
Nah.
Even if you did 1 swing a second, you couldn't do that many in 1 day.
Oh? But 10 swings a second would do the trick?
Rokuro.
Even still, I know it would take more than 100,000 swings to be a match for Shigure. Not with 1 sword or with 2.
And you keep doing it despite knowing it's pointless? That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to defeat an undefeatable adversary. The whole damned idea is daft, as you put it. All I can do is recognize the fact and give it my best shot.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
If only I could figure out how to stay up all night and still feel rested. Now there's a challenge I can't beat.
You need to go to bed. A lack of sleep will get you killed faster than a lack of practice.
You're right. I'll do that.
I gotta say, you guys look less like pirates and more like a circus troupe.
Are you alright with having demons on board, Benwick?
Not remotely an issue. If you're aboard this ship of misfits, you're a pirate. That's just our creed. At least, that's what the captain and the first mate always say.
Speaking of the captain, what's Eifried like?
Let's see. How do I put it? He's like if the sea were a person, and that person had a pointy beard.
Huh. A bearded sea?
Look, everybody on this ship is an outcast from society in some way. Despite that, Captain Eifried accepted us for who we are and took us all on board.
So he's a kind man.
Well, would you say that the sea is kind? How would it feel to dive in with an open wound?
It would sting. A lot.
Quite so. Some days he's calm and steady, and others he rages. He can be shallow, deep, even a whirlpool.
Sounds like he's a little scary and hard to read.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to serve him, but that air of mystery keeps us around and makes us want to take those jumps. At the end of the day, the dread pirate Van Eifried is one hell of a guy.
He sounds like Velvet in a lot of ways.
Wait, what? How so? I didn't describe him right at all, did I?
Benwick, we're changing course at once for Port Renede.
Sir? What's going on?
3 of our men have collapsed from the Corsair Scourge. They first showed symptoms 3 days ago. How are you holding up?
I'm still doing all right. But if this really started 3 days ago, that means we're all carrying it, doesn't it?
That's what I'm afraid of. But if we head straight to Port Renede, we should be able to get medicine there.
I'll check on everyone's condition.
Make sure everyone stays hydrated, including yourself, understand?
Sir, yes sir. All hands, assume emergency positions.
The crew's holding up well for a bunch of folks at death's door.
What do you mean? Is this Corsair Scourge fatal?
Quite. No one knows what causes it, but it starts with a high fever and ends up with the body falling apart like sand.
Like sand?
Once, there was a great band of pirates who ruled the seas, but the disease spread through their ships and killed every one of them. That's why it's called the Corsair Scourge.
Does that mean we've been infected as well?
You humans, for sure.
Only humans fall prey to the Corsair Scourge.
Then it could have gotten to you too. Right, Moggy Lou?
Oh, right. Alas, that my glorious saga should meet such an ignominious end!
I can't allow our vessel to die from this. If you start to feel ill, speak up.
I will.
All right, we'll all be helping out in the search. Everyone but Eleanor, that is.
Huh?
Oh, why does she get to stay? I might be dying too, you know.
You're a witch. Magic yourself healthy. Now quit whining and get going.
Oh, not even a witch is safe from the ravages of the Reaper's curse!
The Reaper's curse?
Okay, where's the herbalist? If I remember right, the Corsair's Scourge needs a particularly special medicine.
Yeah, it's a wildflower called Salatoma. Its juice can cure the Corsair's Scourge.
Well, doesn't sound too tricky.
Let's not relax until we have it in hand.
Right. Now let's get going.
Hold on a minute. Won't you just be spreading the disease if everyone wanders into town?
Surprisingly, no. For whatever reason, you can only catch it over the ocean waves. It's speculated it might have something to do with the salt in the air, or maybe the microbes in the seawater.
Nobody knows the cause for sure, but there are no recorded cases of people catching it on land.
I see. A strange affliction indeed.
We'll be back soon. You all remain on the ship.
All right. Good luck out there, sir.
We've got to hurry.
Solitoma. Is this really going to be necessary?
What do you mean, Eleanor?
Oh, nothing. It's just, well, the herb is known to work well for fevers and the like, but it tastes bad. So bad. Some say it would even bring a demon to the brink of tears.
Maybe so. But better to drink it than to die, right?
Oh, I'm not worried. It just reminded me of stories from my childhood is all.
That Rokuro, always telling all of us except Eleanor to work harder. Doesn't he realize that I'm a delicate maiden too? This is workplace discrimination. I should put him on a witch trial and burn him at the stake!
I don't think that's how witch trials work.
What's wrong, Eleanor? You look like you've got something on your mind.
I'm just trying to figure out what Rokuro was thinking. When I had Lord Shigure at the end of my spear, Rokuro threw his dagger right at my head. I thought I was dead for sure. I feel like I saw who he truly was, and it frightens me. But he and Lord Shigure are always trying to kill each other. I can't understand why he did what he did.
It might have something to do with his Bushido code.
What's Bushido? Is that like a sword fighter's code?
It's a way of thinking. Be loyal to your lord. Respect your parents. Protect the weak. And act with honor.
You're saying that he was following this Bushido code, and he was protecting me because I was weak?
He might have turned into a demon, but his memories and personality are still intact. I doubt his moral values have disappeared either.
Do you really think he believes in that Bushido stuff? Carving through his enemies with a cruel and unsparing sword! Slash! Pow! Shazam! That's the true nature of a Rangetsu man! I heard that when Velvet first met him, he immediately attacked her without any provocation. I'm sure you haven't already forgotten how he turned his swords on the kid in that fight against Kurogane.
I wouldn't read too much into what Magilu's saying. Rokuro lives for his sword, and that's just who he is.
But I don't think he's all that bad.
I thought you were the one who called him frightening.
I know I said he can be a scary person, but how do I put it? I do feel there's more to him than just wanting to cut people up. It's like he's more sensitive to other people's emotions than he might seem to be at first glance. A sword fighter has to sense his opponents on some level, right?
For a crazed demon, he's actually a nice guy. Is that it?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not like I know him well enough to claim any deep personal insight or anything.
You brought it up.
A bit ago, a manacled body got caught in my nets.
Manacled? A prisoner?
You too? Yesterday, my nets pulled up an arm. Manacles, even a brand on that one.
I really can't take this anymore. I'm losing my appetite, and it's bad for my heart.
You said it. Judging by the tides, they would have to have come from that prison island. Is it really just a prison?
You think it's strange, too? I've suspected something about that place for a while now. They say the whole island is a prison, but if you ask me, I bet it's just an execution ground.
Or it's for experimenting on demons.
Experimenting? What do you mean?
Testing the demons' capabilities. That's why they need prisoners. Food for the monsters.
Not a bad theory.
Just kidding! There's no way the Abbey would do something that horrible, right?
You sure think of some crazy ideas. I bet all of this is the work of some vicious pirate gang.
Yeah, something like that.
That guy, he's pretty sharp.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen any patrol ships around there recently. Used to be they'd chase you off if you got too close.
You know, you're right. If there are pirates about, it'll mean trouble unless the Abbey tightens up their patrols.
The best we can do is keep a wide berth of it for now. We wouldn't want pirates and demons sneaking up on us.
I think we'd notice if pirates or demons were around. No way they'd catch us unawares.
I can't tell if he's sharp or dull as a brick. That's an interesting bridge.
This bridge has a bit of history to it. Port Renede was originally built here on this inlet. The water's deep enough for ships, but as you can see, it's a bit too narrow for a port. Large ships couldn't come close without a top-rate crew. So Port Renede was used almost exclusively by smaller ships.
What about the Von Eltia?
We're the best of the best. We came and went as we pleased.
So your point is you wanted to brag?
Hey, let me finish. The people wanted their town to grow, so they built an outer harbor for large ships, and this bridge to connect to it.
Uh-huh. So that's why the port and the town are separate.
But there's more. We secretly helped provide the funds and resources for them to build it.
So you are bragging.
And did this bridge bring prosperity to Port Renede?
No. The Abbey began regulating shipping and travel, right about the time the town finished building the outer port. If only the seas had remained free, Port Renede would have developed into a center for commerce and trade.
I suppose things don't always go as planned.
Then again, even if Port Renede became a bustling port, we still would have no trouble slipping in or out.
I'm not biting this time.
When I was in Port Zexen, I heard that a swarm of demons attacked the palace and killed the High Priest.
No way! Isn't the palace the most heavily guarded place in the world? How did the exorcist let that happen?
Bad news really does travel fast.
They say that the demons were disguised as humans, but were actually enormous monsters twice the size of any man. They had razor-sharp horns and 3 burning eyes. They could take over your mind just by glaring at you.
If the demons were that terrible, no wonder the exorcist couldn't deal with them.
Some rumors say they escaped. Some say a legate took them down in a climactic battle. But no one knows the truth. We should be ready to run in case they show up.
Is the world falling apart? Will the bad times return again?
A horned giant with 3 eyes, huh? Velvet, you're one scary lady.
They said swarm, so they were talking about you, too.
I know I'm repeating myself, but that's just not possible.
But the High Priest hasn't been seen since then. How do you explain that? I heard some people from the capital say that he might have been attacked by demons.
The Abbey's trying to cover it up, but the truth is getting out.
The security at the palace is better than anywhere else. Demons breaking in? Inconceivable.
But what if a whole horde assailed the castle?
The exorcists guarding the palace are elite, the best of the best. Horde or not, they couldn't have gotten in.
But what if they were some sort of giant demons? No matter how elite the guards may be, they'd have trouble against something like that.
If giant demons appeared in the capital, there'd be an uproar. I understand your concerns, but please remain calm and trust us. Panic and confusion is just what the demons want. They'll use it to slip into this very town.
Well, we know that, but still.
It looks like rumors from the capital are spreading.
The more chaos there is here, the easier it'll be for us to move around.
Hello there. How can I help you today?
We're looking for Salatoma flowers.
Well now, that's an order I don't get every day. It's not for the Corsair's Scourge by any chance?
The very same. Some of our crew developed fever 3 days ago. I want to take care of it as quickly as possible.
Understandable, but unfortunately, I'm out of stock right now.
How can you be out of stock? The flower's in season, isn't it?
It is, but not too long ago, a demon appeared in Warg Forest where we harvested. And now the Abbey won't let anyone inside.
They what? Why haven't they exterminated the demon?
From what little I've heard, they've had trouble tracking the thing. 100 people go in, maybe only one will actually come across the beast.
If it's so rare, then what's the danger?
Because nobody who's encountered it has come back alive.
First the Corsair's Scourge, then no medicine, the Abbey, and a mysterious demon. Never a dull moment with the Reaper's Curse, eh?
I could try to order some from other towns, but if you're already on day 3, they might not make it in time.
But if we go to the Warg Forest, the Salatoma will be in bloom, correct?
Right, but the demon...
We're going to the forest.
Dad, I can't take it anymore. I can't deal with life in this village.
There you go, with the whining again.
Those two, they seem to be rather upset.
Best stay out of it. They're going at it hammer and tongs. The phrase is hammer and tongs.
I'm not whining. It's been 10 years and the village is no better off than when we started. Every year it gets colder, and every year our harvest gets worse. And the risk of demon blight hasn't gone away.
Your point? Compared to other regions, Westgand has fewer cases of demon blight. Other areas are suffering worse from the cold and the demons. I'd say we're better off here than anywhere else.
You're saying we're lucky that all we have to worry about is cultivating this inhospitable land?
Don't be so impatient. We'll see results. Westgand has incredible potential. If we keep working this land, eventually it will become a prosperous place. Maybe not now, but in 100 years or 1,000, our descendants will have joy and plenty. That's enough for me.
There you go again. Who cares about ancestors? I'm talking about...
Good man, your words have moved me. As an exorcist, I promise to work my hardest to end the demon blight and help people like you find security.
Oh, thank you for your kind words, young exorcist. Then I have a request. How about you start helping by marrying this fool's son of mine?
What?
Ever since his lover gave him the slip, he's been whining like this nonstop.
I'm very sorry, but that wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
The demon of Warg Forest? Yeah, I heard about it. It's been the talk of the town round here lately. My guess is it's some kind of invisible demon. Scary, right?
An invisible demon?
A bunch of exorcists got together to hunt the demon. but they couldn't find it. If it's not invisible, then maybe it's so fast they couldn't see it, or too small for them to notice.
What kind of watch are they keeping on the forest now?
Shouldn't you know? You're an exorcist too, right?
Yes, but my duties take me from place to place, and I don't know the details of the demon hunts in this area.
I see. I don't really know the details myself either, but I hear the exorcists are patrolling in shifts.
Interesting. It sounds like they still might not have a good lead on what this demon is.
Please hurry. Find that demon and get rid of it. We won't feel safe until it's gone.
You have my word. We'll do everything we can.
We're here to find Salitoma. Sorry, but we don't have time to go demon hunting.
I know.